patter of tiny red bits.
Yeah, we're on the train and we're gonna fill.
They are flightless birds. That means they don't take off from the ground, but they
Yeah,
take
it's
off
Chris speaking now.
Yeah, Chris. We just did another video, but it accidentally.
So we are heading now to probably the most important part of the journey. This is the train yard. And your driver and partner for today is Martin and Andy. Give them a great. And your engine today is Excelsior steam engine and you're 106 years old. All these holes are run, and you may have just spotted on the left hand side as we go past a big pile of coal.
And guess what, Jacob? Any of these people who are watching this video might be on here.
Because if you was to add up the total number of miles that our free steam engines do just
on
one year, it would be around 7,500.
Yeah, well, I know some that wouldn't be because I'd recognise them. There are some that could be.
Now, apart from our steam engines, we've also got 3 diesel engines. All our diesels here are blue, so tucked away in the yard to the left, you're going to see Hector and Victor, our 2 diesel twins. And if you've got really good eyesight, just behind Hector, we do have the blast. It only takes around 2, maybe 3 minutes to get those blue diesel engines ready in the morning. Whereas Excelsior, the steam engine you're on today, it can take Andy and Martin up to 3 hours to get her ready.
This is going to be a very long ride.
Yeah. As we keep going around the corner, we are going to be.
We can do it until the video stops recording, so it might not say bye, but it might if it hasn't stopped recording.
If you can see any animals inside the track, if you can point them out to us, please, and I can tell everybody behind me what to look out for. It's going to be my eyes and ears. Now, when we look to the left, you might see quite a few down there now. You might spot something that looks a bit like a kangaroo. Kangaroo Spanish wallabies, and they come from the island of Tasmania. And it is breeding season now, so we might even be lucky enough to see some baby wallabies called Joey's inside mum's pouch. And believe it or not, when they do its first born, it's about the same size as a baby.
Pheasant.
Now, super much larger than the Bennett's wallaby is an Asian elephant, just come up on your right hand side. Asian elephants come from several countries across Asia, including India and Nepal. And here at Whitstone we've got a herd of 10. Now, before we see them, we're going to see part of the zoo that you don't normally get to see. We've got our sand paddocks. To the right hand side of those sand paddocks, we've got our bull barn, and that's where our bull elephants go at night. And then to the left hand side of the sand paddocks, we've got the cow barn, and that's where the girls go with their babies and their calves. But in the sand paddock themselves, you might see you've got some big tyres in there, some logs, some blue barrels. We like to hide food in there for them, so when they come back later on in the evening,
Where's the elephant?
just keeps them really busy because elephants are incredibly intelligent. We do what we want them to get more. So by hiding the food this way, it's really good bit of enrichment for them.
Where are they?
Over there.
Trying to not get Jacob's head in there.
Our first elephant's coming up right now. So the individual I want to point out to you first is Emmett, our bull elephant.
We can see them, you can.
And he came to us in America.
But you will be able to see them eventually.
That's the site of 2 family cars put together. And you can tell that he's
Emmett.
because he's not.
Where's Emmett?
The females do not have to
He says that one's called Emmett.
Who's actually in front of Emmett at the moment.
No, he says one's called Emmett.
Yeah, I think it must be the big one. It must be the big one.
And in front of her we've got George. He's just
Emmett's a really good movie.
And you can see that his tusks are just starting to come through. Now he's very naughty, George. So to give the rest of the herd a bit of a break, he goes in there with Maya and his dad Emmett, just so Emmett can keep control of him. Emmett is not only the father to Scott, but he's also the father to the 3 other calves we've got in the distance over there. Look out for tiny little Max. He was born in October last year. He weighs around about 45 stone now. But when he was born, he weighed 144 kilograms, about 22.5 stone. And he puts on about 1 kilogram every single day. You just see him now, I've got a really good glimpse of him. But he's going to grow really big and fast, just like his dad.
What are things?
We're about to go past the paddock now of the third largest animal that we have here with Play Zoo, the home to one called Rhino. And they come from India and Nepal, just like the Asian elephants that we see. Now in the first paddock we have got Baluki. She's 17 years old and she came to us from Nepal to be part of our breeding programme. And then just coming down the fence there, you might come and say hello. This is Asian. I can just tell he might charge actually. Now Asian is just over 3 years old and he was born here at Whitstone Zoo, but he is one of our success stories because with the Asian rhinos, which most of you are probably aware of, unfortunately they are killed for their horns that are used in traditional ways to treat things like coughs and colds. So the numbers in the wild have not done too well. Saying that, a bit of positive note, last year in Chipmunk National Park where you find them, not one was poached. So it's fantastic news. But it's still very important of a breeding programme for them, and that's why he's one of our success stories. So it's great to have him. We have got another youngster here called Jabil. He's underneath the wall crate at the moment. You might be able to spot him. And he's just over a year now. And then both Asian and Jabil's dad is in that greenhouse over there. He's called Hugo, and he very rarely comes out on a day like today. Even though it's quite warm for us, for him it's a little bit chilly. And inside that greenhouse he does have 3 heated swimming pools. So it just keeps him nice and happy.
Camels!
Now, sticking to the right, we've got our camels. They're called Bactrian camels. They come from the Gobi Desert near Mongolia. They are critically endangered in the wild. I believe there's fewer than 1,000 remaining. So any youngster we get is really important for the species. And we do have 2 youngsters who are next to each other at the moment. They're called Bo and Billy. They were both born in April last year, so just a year old now. And they are the first Bactrian camel calf we've had here for 8 years. That's absolutely fantastic news. Now a bit of a baby boom at the moment.
Right, so yeah.
We've also got very hairy looking cows. These are called
See
yaks.
you in the quick
They come from the
build.
Himalayas around China, Nepal and Tibet. Now I have got a little surprise.